In the heart of the village stood an ancient stone well, overgrown with ivy and shrouded in an air of malevolence. Legend had it that the well was cursed, a forbidden place that no sane soul would approach after sunset. But Cassie, a curious teenager with a penchant for mystery, was not one to heed old superstitions. One moonless night, armed with a flashlight and an adventurous spirit, Cassie crept towards the well, her excitement mingling with fear. She had heard the stories of the Whispering Well, how it spoke to those willing to listen. It began with just a faint murmur, barely audible over the rustling leaves. As Cassie inched closer, the whispers grew louder, more distinct. They spoke her name, beckoning her to peer inside. Cassie leaned over the edge, the beam of her flashlight piercing the darkness below. The whispers turned frantic, overlapping voices that urged her to climb down. Without thinking, she secured the rope tied to the old wooden crossbeam and lowered herself into the well. The damp air enveloped her, and the whispers now seemed to come from within her own mind, guiding her deeper. Halfway down, her flashlight flickered and died. Panic set in, but the voices soothed her, promising secrets and truths hidden in the depths. She descended blindly, each step echoing in the confined space. Suddenly, her feet touched solid ground. Cassie felt around and found a small tunnel, just big enough to crawl through. Driven by an inexplicable force, she squirmed into the passage, her heart pounding in her chest. The whispers surged, a cacophony of urgency, pulling her forward. Emerging into a subterranean chamber, Cassie gasped. The walls were lined with ancient, grotesque carvings, and at the center of the room stood a large stone altar. On it lay a book bound in what appeared to be human skin. The voices clamored in her mind, urging her to open it. With trembling hands, Cassie lifted the cover, and a gust of icy wind blew through the chamber. The room seemed to come alive, shadows twisting and merging into monstrous figures. Too late, Cassie realized the true nature of the whispers. They weren't guiding her to secrets, but trapping her in their world. The last thing she saw was the pages of the book turning by themselves, revealing incantations that bound her soul to the well forever. The next morning, the villagers found the flashlight by the well's edge, its beam pointing into the abyss. None dared to venture after her, for they knew the Whispering Well had claimed another victim.